Good evening and welcome to this evening's broadcast of Mason Cable News. Today is Wednesday, March 4th, and I'm Aaron M. Wilson.
I'm Leandra Jones. We actually have breaking news coming into the broadcast today. In light of tonight's expected winter storm, listen up, Mason Parking Services is instructing students who are parked in service lots to move their cars to levels 1 and 2 of the Rappahannock River parking deck, or to levels 2, 3, and 4 of the Shenandoah parking deck. This is something that began at 5 p.m. this evening, so you're not late. You can still get a parking spot. Make sure to move your car back to its designated spot by 8:30 a.m. on Friday, March the 6th. If you do not move your car from a surface lot before 11 p.m. tonight, you could be ticketed or towed at your own expense. This includes those who are parked on the roofs of parking decks as well, so make sure to move your car.
So I guess we're going to have another snow day. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to it, but then quite frankly,
I was about to say.
I've had it up to my wit's end with snow.
So you sound so disappointed, but at the same time, I understand. Like at this point, it's almost spring break. I'm ready for it to be warm outside. I'm ready to transition into my spring wardrobe.
But I think the groundhog said that there's going to be another 6 weeks of winter, if I'm not mistaken. That's only what I've heard. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm going to go capture the groundhog. Everybody else just calm down. Everything's going to be okay. We are going to have some spring coming, okay? Good.
I'm counting on it. Well, now we just ended the month of February, which also means it was Black History Month. Now, student and reporter Carla Perez went out to the community to see how Mason feels about Black history and the month itself.
February is known for a couple of famous dates in the American culture calendar. From President's Day to Valentine's Day, February is remembered as the shortest and coldest month of the year. This brings a lot of discourse in another subject, which is Black History Month. As Americans, we celebrate Black history in this month by recapping stories about slavery, segregation, and the civil rights movement among classrooms in the education system. Not only do we remember the greats like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks, but we also embrace the culture behind these events that make America what it is today.
I think it goes into the history of why we are equal today, why whites and blacks can get along and work in the same place. So I think it's important to celebrate, and I think we need to have a month for that reason.
Just growing up in school, that's how it always was, so I don't really know like the historical importance of it starting in February per se, but I really don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
I kind of I like to do a lot of stuff on my own, learn about different Black, I guess, famous people on my own. I don't really do too much in February. I kind of just like do it on my own time essentially.
It's okay. It's a good gesture. There, depending on the community you live in or where you live in, depends on how advertised or pushed it is, to at least get word out, or talk about the history of things, or try to get people to sort of be more aware or to celebrate.
I do celebrate it because of like the events and things on campus, so I guess if you can say that's celebration, but celebration is kind of subjective, so I guess I do.
On the other hand, the question of inequality still surrounds the idea behind Black History Month. Many believe that Black history is still being marginalized from American history. Shukri Hassan Tilgman conducted a documentary film traveling the different parts of the state to petition the end of Black History Month. He raises the idea of Black history being more than just a month, which is the title of his film. He engages with the audience to hear feedback after he asks them if they think Black History Month should end.
I completely agree with that. When you look at like history books or anything, or just what most of us were taught in school, it does go in with like the creation of America and how we ended up where we are today. So to kind of just put it to 1 month is kind of saying it's not as big of a thing as it is in the grand scheme.
That idea makes more sense to me actually than picking a month, because to me, I personally don't understand the specifics of choosing February. I was even talking earlier about if taking maybe the dates of all sort of any inventions made, any progress, anything that helps the greater good, things like that, and then maybe the month that maybe a lot of those fell on.
I think that everything should be incorporated. Like everyone that has come to America makes America what it is.
We give the month of February to, I guess, kind of like appease our needs for Black History Month to be more recognized. So I guess that's kind of a good thing with February being Black History Month, but I also do think that it should be celebrated more than 1 month out of the year.
Speaking of the Black community here at Mason, this past Monday, the Dream Team, along with the Zeta Omicron chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, presented the return of Black excellence as they hosted the 2015 Mr. and Miss Black GMU pageant. It was actually really awesome. This was a night of pure elegance and grace, and we would like to congratulate Mason Cable News' own Kenneth Sasu Chumasi for winning the fan favorite for the male contestants, as well as Miss Vanessa Ashford and Mr. Orlando Johnson for winning the crown of Mr. and Miss Black GMU.
Now, on Monday, March 16th, the Monday after spring break, of course, the film Through a Lens Darkly, Black Photography and Emergence of a People will be screening in the JC Cinema at 4:30 p.m. This documentary film goes into detail on how African Americans are perceived through photography through the years. The screening will be followed with a discussion led by the director of the film, Thomas Allen Harris, and producer Deborah Wills. Now, this is a must-see documentary, not just for historians and photographers, but for students all over. For more information, please go to the GMU Film and Studies website.
It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I think so, actually.
I think it's really great that films like this are being shown. I think there are multiple different cultures on campus, and the screenings that we have as Mason students, like, we have a really big advantage over other competitions.
I mean, again, that goes back to the whole fact that we were ranked #1 in diversity here in the country, actually, for colleges. I'm pretty thrilled about that.
Well, it seems as though the new Mexican-styled restaurant in the Johnson Center has received some differing reviews from students. Just unfortunate. Some students like the new lunch and dinner option, especially upperclassmen who can use meal swipes and that freedom for purchasing their meals, while many students were disappointed by the long-awaited dining option, calling it, quote, a bad version of Chipotle. Those who liked it seemed to be realistic in the anticipation for the new restaurant, saying it's what they would expect from a Sodexo restaurant. While those who opposed said they wished that the university brought back Hotspot instead. Other students also brought up some of the offensive cultural stereotypes that the restaurant depicts. Henry Lopez, a sophomore computer science major, said, "I think it is unfortunate that even with the abundance of rich colorful and cultural textures, symbols, and artifacts that the place can use to represent Mexican culture, the things chosen and placed everywhere are stereotypic sombreros and donkeys."
Now, the Amazon Wash team are preparing for their 2015 trip to Peru. They are going to be working with the Mayuna, which is an indigenous group of people living in the Nueva Vida and Puerto Ramon communities. The Mayuna villagers are an endangered population with a little more than 450 inhabitants. Now, they're endangered because they have been plagued with serious health issues, such as widespread dysentery and infant mortality. Now, this has been due to the lack of clean drinking water. And each year, the project team teaches different Mayuna communities to build water filters, in addition to holding sanitation and hygiene workshops to help combat the spread of disease and infection. After their first trip, the team always revisits the area to evaluate the water conditions and the success of their work. Now, this is an invigorating opportunity for students to learn more about the world around them. Now, an environmental science and public policy graduate student and member of the project team, Chelsea Romulo, says, quote, "The Mayuna have taught us the power of living simply, sustainably, and more mindfully," end quote. She also added that the Mayuna's reliance on the environment around them was an epiphany about the waste of resources in our world. Now, later in the semester, the Amazon Wash Project team will collaborate with the Center for the Advancement of Well-Being for the Well-Being in Action fundraiser on April 21st in Sub 1 on the lawn. The event will include storytelling, yoga, and Tai Chi, in addition to the acceptance of donations. Now, for more information about the Amazon Wash Project and their work with the Mayuna, be sure to visit their website. And for more information about donating to the cause, visit www.indiegogo.com.
On February 22nd, 2015, the 87th Academy Awards were on, with amazing performances, 2015 fashion, and of course, the awards. During the red carpet, the young 18-year-old Disney actress Zendaya Coleman made her debut on the famous carpet with a beautiful white gown and a dreadlock look. Co-host of E! News Fashion Police, Giuliana Rancic, made an offensive remark saying the young actress appeared to, quote, smells like patchouli oil or weed. After receiving a lot of criticism and attention, the E! News hostess apologized on live television to the Disney star. We went to our very own GMU organization named My Natural to get their response on the situation. This organization helps women on GMU as well as other campuses to value and understand their mind, body, and soul. Here is what Tiani Sharp, the president of the organization, had to say. Quote, I personally did not take offense to this remark because I have never had faux locks. However, I found the comment very inappropriate. Giuliana was extremely out of line to make such a strong judgment based solely off of the way someone looks. It also makes me wonder why she would even think that to say. When I saw the picture, I didn't think Zendaya smelled like weed or patchouli oil. So what made that thought even come to her mind? End quote. Sharp went on to give advice about how to handle negative comments. My advice to Black women at not only George Mason, but in general, is to be confident. Being a woman of color, you have to be confident in every aspect of life because we are the minority. Most likely in your lifetime, someone is going to make a negative comment or assumption to you based off the way that you look, and it is important for you to be strong enough to respectfully let people know that their words aren't a reflection of you, but of themselves.
Like this advice was actually powerful, I would say so.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel as though while it is Black History Month has just ended,
Right.
Sometimes it's difficult to have those conversations with people who are not minorities or even amongst minority groups about like, hey, this is the struggle that we have, these are the things that we deal with, whether it be from the stereotypical depictions in Jorge's to, you know, what does Black history actually mean to you? I think these conversations are great. And like I said before, being such a diverse campus, we better get it. Mason better get it.
I sincerely hope so. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with the sports update with Sydney Peterson.
Hi, I'm Sydney Peterson, and this is your MCN Sports Report. The men's basketball team demolished the St. Louis Billikens Saturday night by a score of 78-50. Isaiah Jackson had the hot hand, leading the team with 18 points, including 4 three-pointers. Jalen Jenkins also chipped in with a double. The next game will be tonight at 7 p.m. home against George Washington. This game is known as the Colonial Rivalry. The game is also senior night, so make sure you come out and support our seniors, Corey Edwards and Vaughn Gray, in their final home game at the Patriot Center. For the women's team, the Atlantic 10 basketball tournament starts Thursday, March 5th against St. Joseph's. The Patriots are looking to make one final run at the conference title and could get off to a good start by getting revenge against the Red Hawks, who beat them 82-51 earlier this season. George Mason's men's volleyball team had the best week of their season so far, beating number 14 ranked Princeton and New Jersey IT 3-1. The Patriots also swept the EVA Weekly Awards, with Paco Valles being named Offensive Player of the Week and Hunter Stevens, who was named Defensive Player of the Week. Their next home game will be this Saturday against Ohio State at 7 p.m. This past weekend, the baseball team did some traveling. On Friday, the team defeated Delaware with a final score of 12-4. Then the boys headed to Lexington County Sports Complex, where they defeated Canisius College with a final score of 13-3 and a total of 5 home runs. The team's game for today against Radford was canceled, but this weekend the team will play home against New York Tech. They will play at 2:30 on Friday, 2 o'clock on Saturday, and 1:30 on Sunday. Well, this is it for me, but we will be right back with Regina Jerome for our entertainment news.
You're listening live to Improv for Mason here on WGMU Radio, heard WGMUradio.com.
You know, it wasn't my idea.
Today's show with our special guest interview for this team in the new conference.
Welcome to a special
It's been
edition of the
a
First
great
Pick.
transition for me personally. I love Mason.
The very talented David Keckner.
I'm great. How are you doing?
Reed, Jonah, it was a pleasure having you on the show today.
I did.
I'm Ben Simpson. On the phone today, we have Drew McGarry, successful author, writer. You're listening to WGMU Radio on WGMUradio.com.
Well, hey Mason, I am Regina Jerome, and this is your Mason Cable News Entertainment News Report. Well, as I mentioned last week, the NPHG Step Show took place. We were able to go behind the scenes and talk to the Greeks about the show.
My name is Mike Esau from the Insane Iota Alpha chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. It's been a long road getting ready for the Step Show. It's going to have to be a great show. I'm just ready to get it started.
What's good, y'all? I'm TJ from the Mighty Navy chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We worked really hard on the show, and I hope y'all really enjoy it.
I guess I just snuck in here. Dalen DeShore, Iota, Insane Iota Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. How y'all doing out there? We appreciate you coming out, man. It's been some long nights, and it's been a lot of work just getting it together. And realistically, we're just going to go out here, shut it down, leave it all on the stage, and hopefully you enjoy it. We appreciate you coming out. Hey, five.
Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine. I'm part of the Omicron Iota chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Hi guys, I'm Kristen Roberts.
I'm Janaea Williams.
I'm Aaliyah Cameron.
And so basically what I expect out of the show is I expect to be amazed.
I expect everybody to do well and have fun at the same time. So
I'm excited for all the different acts and new ideas that people are bringing forth to the show.
I think it's going to be a great show, and everybody's going to show off all of their hard work. Yeah, I agree.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Janae Johnson. I'm in the Delta Security Sororities Incorporated, and I will be one of the judges tonight for the Step Show. I'm really excited. I love the Step Show. It's near and dear to my heart. I like to see the competition aspect of it, but also seeing the camaraderie, all of the groups and divine lives together, showcasing just a small aspect of what it is that we can do. So tonight, I'm looking forward to see what is presented and see everyone bring.
I'm Anthony Zembers, representing the Brotal chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. We're out here. We think outside the box. We're ready to step. Just look forward to the show. IRS Step Team.
Hello, my name is Tamara Williams.
And I'm Busola.
And we are a part of the Zeta Oh So Lovely Omicron chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And we are excited!
Oh my gosh.
Are we excited, Lucy?
So we're here for the 2015 MPHC Step Show. And like my sister over here said, we are excited. Even though I'm not showing it, I'm excited on the inside. You know, we're about to go on stage and kill it. You know, good luck to everyone else. We're just trying to put on a good show for the Mason community. You know,
And
show
so
them
hopefully
what
other shows will be just as good.
a little step is about, whatever. So that's pretty much it.
My name is Alicia Brown, and I am the Bachelor of the unquestionably magnificent Mu Omega chapter Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and we are about to shut down the stage at the 2015 Step Show.
Well, in other entertainment news, Star Trek legend Leonard Nimoy died at the age of 83 on Friday, February 27th at his home in the Bel Air section of Los Angeles. And they say the cause of his death was pulmonary disease stemming from years of smoking. Nimoy is best known for his role as Spock on the television series, and a role that has seriously made him popular even following years after its cancellation. He went on with his career, starring in shows such as Mission Impossible and In Search of. He also had a memorable role-playing experience as a psychiatrist in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Soon after these roles, Nimoy had rejoined his Star Trek co-stars for 2 different movies, 2 of which he actually directed. Live long and prosper, a well-known quote made famous by Nimoy, is now attributed to him as we remember him. And even though his relationship with the character Spock was complicated, he will always be Mr. Spock to us Trekkie fans. To celebrate 20 years of spirited music making, this award-winning band from the Emerald Isles returns to our stage to perform an unforgettable night of lively Celtic music. Hailing from Ireland's historic county Waterford, Danu has built a massive following worldwide due to its vibrant performances, mastery of traditional Celtic instruments such as the flute, tin whistle, button accordion, and bouzouki, as well as striking vocals. And just in time for St. Patrick's Day, the celebrated band, along with 2 of its former bandmates, will perform a glorious blend of ancient Irish music and fresh new songs. It is said to be impressive, immersive, and uniquely and unmistakably Irish. The event will be on Friday, March 6th, located at the Center for the Arts Concert Hall, and will start at 8 p.m. Tickets are $46, $39, and $28, but 2 free student tickets are available with a valid Mason ID. Direct from Buenos Aires, Argentina, this renowned company uses the art of tango to journey through the life of Argentina's larger-than-life former First Lady, Eva Perón. From her impoverished childhood in the slums to her position as one of the country's most powerful and influential figures, Perón's story is told in this riveted new experience and performance by these celebrated dancers, singers, and instrumentalists. Tango Buenos Aires, one of Argentina's greatest cultural exports, is recognized worldwide for its authentic interpretations of this captivating dance. The event takes place at the Center for the Arts Concert Hall on Saturday, March 7th at 8 p.m. and on Sunday, March 8th at 4 p.m. at the Hilton Performing Arts Center, located on Mason's Prince William campus. Tickets are $48, $41, $29, and only 1 free student ticket is available with a valid Mason ID. And it's not Frozen 2, but it is definitely something to hold you over until the sequel is announced. In case you forgot, Frozen is the 5th highest grossing film of all time and the highest grossing animated film, earning more than $1.27 billion globally. And the new short, Frozen Fever, it's Anna's birthday, and Elsa and Kristoff are determined to give her the best birthday celebration ever. But when Elsa catches a cold, her powers may put more than the party at risk. The highly anticipated follow-up short to the global phenomenon Frozen can be seen exclusively in theaters with Disney's new live-action movie Cinderella, starring Lily James and Academy Award winner Cate Blanchett, on March 13th, 2015. So I say buy your tickets now, people, because both movies are rumored to be total hits. And this has been your Mason Cable News Entertainment segment. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
So, can you guys believe that it's already March 4th? This semester is just flying by.
It really is.
I have no idea.
But the closer to spring, the better. So.
Closer to summer.
I was about to say, like, it just feels so far away. My heart is just hurt.
Closer to finals, too, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
But midterms are even closer.
Closer to graduation.
A friend of mine actually just finished up a midterm not too long ago. My midterm for history is after spring break, and I don't know about comm or whatever.
I actually have 2 tomorrow and 2 next week after spring break. So can you imagine that? And if we have a snowstorm, all the studying might be for nothing.
Oh, that's
No, you can just throw studying out of the window if classes are canceled tomorrow. But there's a high possibility of that happening. Apparently, it's supposed to be getting like 6 to 8 inches of snow.
Yeah. So Bundle up, Mason.
You never know, though. We don't know about the cancellations. Don't stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning thinking that you're going to get canceled, because that's what happened to a lot of people that one night. There was a huge snowball fight in President's Park. I'm not pointing people out. There was a lot of people there.
Okay.
So.
But also, this has been brought to my attention very recently. March is also Women's History Month.
Oh,
Yes, that is amazing. We get to honor amazing women such as Rosa Parks, but we also honored her during Black History Month as well.
Exactly.
We have amazing women. We have great anchors. We have great journalists, and we get to honor them too. So it's awesome.
It's great stuff. Women's History Month is a really fun time, and Mason has so many events, so you'll be hearing about those on Mason Cable News.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough.
Well, that's it for us this week, but be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at Mason Cable News. Also subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Mason Cable Network to enjoy all of our other shows and see the ones that you've missed. During spring break, be sure to tweet us about your activities using the hashtag MasonBreaks. I'm Sydney Peterson.
I'm Nijina Jerome.
And I'm Aaron M. Wilson.
And I am Leandra Jones.
And we'll see you after spring break.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.